Hello, this is The Fox Says. Here are 5 of the most insulting things you can say to an INFP. And yeah, my husband is an INTJ, so I'll get right to the point. Number 1, you have nothing to do. So I work from home, and if somebody invites me to do something for them after I offer to help them once in a while, and then they ask me if I can help them with something, and I say I don't know, I have to look into what I'm doing, and they say something like, you have nothing to do, or what do you got to do? Excuse me? That is the most insulting thing, one of the most insulting things you can ever say to an INFP. Some people are okay with it, but what I have with my time outside of you is none of your goddamn business. If I say I can't do something, it means either I can't do it, I'm too busy, my time isn't entitled to you or exclusive to you, or I just don't want to frickin' do it. Leave me the fuck alone. Number 2, I borrowed your stuff. Without asking me first. I hate it when I go looking for something and I ask someone if they've seen it and they said, oh yeah, I borrowed it, or yeah, I ate it. That is blatantly disrespectful. One of these days I should just go and take somebody's car keys and go drive their car and leave it at some random place and take an Uber back. And when they ask me, have you seen my car? What happened to my car? Oh, I borrowed it and left it at the park. Bitch, that's how it feels. Number 3, you're an extrovert. You're not an introvert. Really, bro? Hey, why don't you hold this real quick and watch me walk away? I'll show you what an introvert looks like. You do not presume to know me more than I know myself. It is so annoying when people presume to know more about you than you know about your own self, your own body. Now, I know you guys can't tell from this channel because this is a venting channel. You probably don't know this, but this is where I come to vent. My inner monologue, the INTJ part of me, because they say INFPs are a piece of every personality, and we come off as INTJs. This is the INTJ part of me inside that's dark, that is the evil elf. Not the pixie that, is bright and shiny and wants everyone to feel comfortable around her and really actually cares about people. This is the dark part of us INFPs, when people get on our nerves. And one of the quickest ways to do that is to presume you know me more than I know myself, especially after I tell you, no, I know it seems that way. I am an introvert. I get tired around people. No, you're not. Really? Bitch, get the hell out of my face. Since you claim to know so much about me, there's really no reason for us to sit here and continue talking, because you know everything about me, right? So on that note, I'm just gonna leave. Watch me never call you back or never want to be around you ever again. Why don't you go ahead and take that time out to figure out what I'm thinking then? Number 4, you're too happy. I've actually had an associate who made herself my friend, because that's usually what happens. I don't look for friends. They always find me because I guess I'm so great to be around for some reason. I don't know why. But she was around me and she liked being around me. Maybe because I was happy. Then she has an issue several weeks later because I'm too happy. She comes into my house while I'm watching Animal Planet, and unannounced, by the way, and I'm sitting there watching my stuff and she says, why are you watching this? And by that time, I'm already pissed off because he came over in my house unannounced. And I'm like, 'cause I want to, and it's my fucking house. And then she's like, well, the world is not happy-go-lucky all the time, Why don't you watch the news? I'm not trying to make her sound like an idiot. That's actually how she spoke. Dude, do you know what I did next? You want to see the villain part of the INFP come out? The INTJ part, in quotes? I got up and I said, you know what? Get out. I took her by her hoodie and I started pushing her towards the door. And I'm 5'3", okay? She is much taller than I am. She's like 6 foot something. And she's like, you're kicking me out? I said, yes, I'm kicking you out. And I literally kneed her in the back, out through the door, slammed the door and left her standing there. Went back to go watch my Animal Planet. Yeah. You don't do that. Don't say to me that my personality and my peace of mind is upsetting to you because I'm too happy. I could understand if I was too negative, but I'm too happy. You show up at my house unannounced and I'm sitting there minding my own business, but I'm too happy. That means that you want me to be miserable, and that means you're toxic, and that means I no longer want you for any more seconds of my life around me. You want to see an INFP run away from you at the speed of lightning? Criticize them for being happy or being childish. Yes, we're like children. Yes, we play with toys and we have imaginary friends and we're freaking crazy. Don't make the bad side of that crazy come out. Number 5, and I know this is a weird one to have on the list. You never call me. Okay, first of all, If I never call you, it means I don't wish to speak with you. It's pretty obvious. I've had a friend from over a while now where I don't call her back. She calls me, and I just don't feel like talking to her. She attached herself to me. It's very clear, like normal people would pick up the cues that I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to talk to you. Okay? And maybe there are some people that I am friends with, and people who know me will not speak to me in maybe 5 years. They call me, I happen to pick up at that time, and we continue talking with each other. No problem. They know me, my 2 best friends in the whole world. I have not spoken with in like 5-year intervals. And they know, they don't pick up the phone and be like, why didn't you ever call me? Why didn't you ever talk to me? No, we just continue where we left off. And I will always be happy to speak with them because they leave me alone. I know it sounds horrible because you think they're my friends, but no, I am the happiest when you leave me alone. And if I decide to answer your call, because yes, I most likely will not talk to you, and I let everyone know from the get-go, I don't like talking on the phone, I don't like talking to people, and if I happen to see you, I'll hang out with you once in a while, but I'm like a stray cat. I will go back out and do my business. Do not follow me home. Do not try to pick me up. Don't do all of that mess because I will be pushed away if you do that. But then to criticize me and say, oh, you never call me. Well, you know what? You never did to for all those 5 years. And if you did and I never called you back, take a hint. So those are just 5, but those are 5 of those insulting things that you can say to an INFP. If you're watching this and you're one of the Myers-Briggs people who likes that stuff, then just take that as a note. If you're an INFP and you're watching this, how do you feel about that? Do you relate to any one of these stuff, or are there things that people continuously do that legit get on your nerves? Just put it in a comment for the people who watch this video, because I don't leave comments on this channel. This is just therapy for me. This is not for me to get into arguments or discussions with people. Now, I will read some of your comments, and then I might do videos on them later, because you might bring up back something that I need to vent about.